And we want to get to Annabelle Childers now, live out in the elements in Willoughby.
Annabelle, I know you've been out there all day on the east side. What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, it's definitely pretty gross here. We're seeing that wind start to pick up a little bit, but the main story here is downed trees and branches. This is a great example of that right here in Willoughby. You can see that tree kind of splitting down the middle. It covered this woman's yard, her driveway, starting to address that, but obviously some issues there. And across Willoughby, Willowick, those areas, you do see more of smaller trees and branches that have fallen, some of those falling onto power lines. First Energy reports 37,000 of their customers lost power yesterday evening. That number significantly dropped now as crews have gotten out and restored those lines. First Energy says the high winds have made it a little difficult for crews to respond to certain outages because workers have to get up in bucket trucks to address some of these issues. And that becomes super dangerous with significant wind speeds. First Energy also asking people to stay several feet away from downed power lines.
They can be really dangerous, even deadly, if someone were to come into contact with a power line that's energized. Let our crews get in there. Just call immediately if you see a downed power line. That's an emergency situation, and that's one that we need to know about right away.
First Energy says crews are continuing to monitor the winds throughout today because as they pick up, they say that we could see more power outages. And at 5 o'clock, we're going to do a story showing you the do's and don'ts of how you should behave if you are dealing with a power outage and what you should do to stay warm.
Yeah, Annabelle, you mentioned those power outages, and we know we've seen them in other parts. What about Cleveland Public Power customers? How are they doing right now?
You know, that is an area that's actually doing really well. They have not reported any outages at this time.
All right, good to know. Annabelle, thank you so much. We appreciate all your work today.